Hello everyone, welcome back to Dine with Jokidomo's channel. This is where we do family recipes that are friendly and enjoyable to do. And then we are also going to introduce another segment of where we will be featuring people who do business relating to food, either baking, either cooking, whichever. And today I'm with one of my great friends. She's a baker. She's one of the best bakers in our county, and she's also going to tell us how she did a science-related course and she's doing so well in baking at the moment. So I'm going to introduce her to her, and she's going to tell us more about her.
Hi guys, my name is Rose Karen Hajimwangi. A baker by passion, and today I run a company by the name Delizia Kenya. We do cakes for all occasions, and we also do party decor as well. So today I'm going to be taking you through cake decorating step by step. So as you can see here, we have our baked cakes, our baked products, and here we have cream. So my go-to cream is Pristine because it farms very well and it's very good for decorating. So join me. So here we have our cream, and we are going to start with applying some little cream on the board, which is going to help stick the cake. Just a little. So here we have a bubblegum flavored cake. So we do some little cream, we layer it with cream. We just don't do a lot, tuneka tu kidogo sana, just a little bit, because you know there are some who prefer very minimal cream on their cake. So it's all even. Then we will do the other layer on top. They're even. So this next step is called crumb coating. This is the first layer of cream we do before we do the top layer. So we'll just crumb coat this cake.
Karen,
Yes.
as you do your cake decorations, kindly tell us, what did you study in the university?
I did analytical chemistry with management. I know that is not even related to what I am doing right now. Yes, that is what I did. But then later on, mtu anaona the passion beats the profession did.
True.
Yes. So I'm very passionate about baking. So we have been doing it. We actually started with my sister, who has pursued law as well, and she's also doing baking. She's in Meru, so I'm the one who is in Murang at the moment. Yes, so we started officially in September around 2016, but as a business, that was in mid 2017.
Yeah.
Yes, so since then we have been baking all through. Opening up a shop was in 2020 until now. Yes, and I can say it has been worthwhile all through. It has been. Yes.
So what can you advise those people, graduates, who are still looking for jobs in different offices, to know positive feedback?
Okay. What I would tell you is whatever skill you have at hand, use it. It can be a money generating income for you, a money generating something that can earn you money. And at the end of the day, I always say just don't do something because of the money. Do it because you're passionate about it, because that is what is going to drive you even in days you don't feel like doing it. It's the passion that drives you. There are days I don't feel like baking, but then the passion I have beats it. Yeah. There are days you'll probably have a bad day, maybe you've gotten bad feedback, maybe cake has heavy, ama ime backfire, things like that. But what keeps you going is the drive, is the passion you have. So usilalie talent uko nayo. Probably you can, like what Edna does here, you're passionate about cooking, start a YouTube channel, things like that. Yeah.
And then we have talked about those people who went and did managerial courses.
Yeah.
sciences and blah blah, but we have forgot the technical guys.
Mm-hmm.
What would you tell someone who has done baking, who has a diploma or certificate, but they're still working in different bakery, seeking for jobs?
Now, what I would tell you, start with what you have. I believe we all have the basic baking ingredients at home. Everyone has margarine at home. You have sugar, you have eggs, you have flour. Start with that at home. And then, you know, the good thing nowadays, we have YouTube tutorials that teach you how to bake a cake, a simple vanilla cake. And then also, even for us, we're offering classes. Sign up for one, you learn. You better your skills. Yes. So here we are done. We are done putting the cake. So we let it sit in the fridge for about 15 to 20 minutes before we do the top coat. Yes.
She's going to explain to us the different types of cake decorations. She will expound few. Yeah, it's up.
So now the one we have done here, the first one we did is called whipping cream. That's the one I showed you. It's called Pristine. That is my preference. Then we have other types of icing called butter icing. We have chocolate ganache. We have fondant. Those but a few I know, but I know there are very many more. Then under butter icing, we have the common one, which is butter and icing sugar. But people may prefer to use margarine and icing sugar, but originally it's made from butter and icing sugar. Then under butter icing, we have variety. We have the American buttercream, that is butter and icing sugar. Then we have Swiss meringue buttercream. Swiss meringue buttercream is a combination of egg whites, butter, and caster sugar. Then we also have another one called Italian meringue buttercream. That one is a bit more complex in making, and you'll find mostly high-end bakers use it, but it's also very nice. But the most affordable for me is whipping cream, and it's also not so sweet and very, very creamy. As you can see, it's very, very creamy. Yes. So now here you're going to be decorating a black forest cake, just as we had done before. As you can see here, this one is a bit different. We normally bake it using something called parchment paper, because the butter itself is very light. So if you fail to put the parchment paper, your cake haitatoka kwa baking tin. So it is mandatory to use parchment paper. And as you can see, this cake is very light and very spongy. Hence the name Black Forest, as many people know it. It's a very moist cake.
So the purpose of this paper is to ensure that you get out.
Yes, it doesn't
intact.
Stick, it doesn't stick on the baking tin.
Okay.
So place it there. Then we normally have a sugar syrup.
Oh, okay.
So you know, Black Forest is very moist. So we normally just soak it in sugar syrup. This is just a combination of water and sugar.
Okay.
Yes. So we just sprinkle a bit.
My viewers today are going to learn so much.
So we moisten it. Then now we do a layer of cream. So a Black Forest cake is a very creamy cake, that's one thing. And then it's also filled with fruit filling. You can either do strawberry filling, or you can do cherry filling, you can do grape filling, but it should have a fruit filling in it.
Okay.
Yes. So here we have cherry filling. We buy it in bulk, of course, because we do a lot of production. So it's a company called Zealandia. It's my go-to cherry filling. It looks like this. So we just put a little to put in the layers. You can imagine the sweetness in this cake.
It's out of our imagination.
Just that, then you do the other layer. Then for any baker out there, if you want your cake to have height, and also to make sure your cake is not dry, do more layers. Do more layers of cake. Yes. So we do the other layer on top. Then, as we had done before, we moisten it again
with sugar
and water. It's called sugar syrup. Yes. So that's done. And again, follow with our cream. We do cherry filling again. That's enough. So we just spread it again.
third layer.
Yes. Then now we do some coating once again.
Actually, after your cake is cooked, how long is once or the baker supposed to wait for it to cool down and then you decorate?
I'd say maybe about 30-40 minutes. But then it depends where you cool it from. If you're cooling in your baking tin, it's going to take longer. But preferably you put it in a rack. But for us, because especially when you have a lot of cakes, you just take your baking, you remove your cake, overturn your baking tin, and put it on top.
Okay.
Yes, 30 to 40 minutes it should be done.
Okay.
Yes.
And then kindly, could you tell them the importance of cooling down your cake while it's not inside the tin?
One, it takes longer to cool. The other thing is you to discourage, because you see when your cake is cooling inside your baking tin, it starts to sweat.
Yeah.
Because of the heat. The heat is high. It's not having any room to penetrate. So unaona inabaki ndani.
Yeah.
So you'll find when you're removing your cake, it becomes soggy.
Yeah.
Chini.
Okay.
Yes, and you don't want that happening. Called a smoother or a scraper. One of my favorite tools in decorating because it gives you a very nice finish and it's very fast. Yeah.
And then this one too.
Yeah, and of course a turntable, that is very important to have. Yes.
Okay. So, for instance, if there's someone out there who is willing to start a baking, and how would you advise them? Do you need a lot of capital to start, or start with what you have?
I always say start with what you have. Start with what you have. Don't wait for you to have like 100,000 or 300,000 for you to start. Start with what you have. And at the end of the day, when you're opening up a shop or a bakery, don't open it with the impression that that is what is going to bring you business or market. It is your work, that is one thing, that is what it is your personal relationship with your clients. Because you know you may open a shop today and in the next few months you're closing down because your relationship with your clients is not the best.
Okay.
So customer relationship is very important, and even the work you offer. If it's cake, whatever it is you're offering, let it to the optimum best. Let it be the best thing you're offering. Umefanya na roho yako yote. Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then there's something else that you have always learned from you. The way you relate with your staff. Actually, she's an employer. She has several employees. And I just get goosebumps whenever I come here because the staff here are highly disciplined and they love their work and they love their boss.
Hi, I'm Vicky.
So that is one of our staff we have here. She's also a baker, a very good baker. And so the question you asked
Is how business the entrepreneurs should relate with their staff or the employee to ensure, because I'm from this industry of hospitality and I know how the rate of employees turnover is too high, but you have maintained this staff since the day when I met this girl. She has always been working with this lady and another gentleman.
I will not say there's a secret to it. I will not say, because I think the same way I will relate with my sister, or the same way I relate with a friend out there, the same way I relate with my employees. Because them being my employees does not make them less human, that I should not treat them in another specific way. It is just the same relationship I have with any other person. That's the same thing you're supposed to bring to even your workplace. Only that you have to draw a line to what they are supposed to do and what they are not supposed to do. And at the end of the day, no, they also have feelings. And the same way, I always say the policy is the same way you'd want to be treated. Treat the other person the same way. Yes.
Okay.
That's it. Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. So this one is called pina colada. This is a combination of pineapple and coconut. One of our best sellers actually. People have fallen in love with it very much.
Okay.
So just the same way we did. We'll just do a layer of cream. Katikati. So now for pina colada, we normally use this pina colada dessert topping sauce. We do it in the layers.
Okay.
Just for the extra oomph and
Okay.
sweetness. That. And then after doing that, we have desiccated coconut here.
Finish now with the first cake that we did. She's now going to finalize
We're going
everything.
to skewer this cake.
Okay.
Skewering is very important.
Mm-hmm.
It prevents the cake from sliding off.
Mm.
So at no point will it tilt.
Okay.
So I just do one skewer for this one.
Mm.
So for this one,
Mm-hmm.
the client wanted it blue and white.
Okay.
Combination of both colors.
Okay.
So here I've just added color blue to my cream. Use this, just a drop of this is enough.
Okay.
Yes. So you just smear your cake with cream.
Mm.
Making sure kila mahali kumepata cream.
Mm.
So we're done with the blue.
Mm-hmm.
I'll do the white on top.
Okay.
That's done.
Mm-hmm.
So you take your smoother.
Mm-hmm.
Get smoother than that.
Mm.
You have that.
Looking so beautiful.
So you just smoothen the top.
Mm.
So just bring this in.
Mm.
Give it one more.
Reciprocate her kindness with more orders,
Mhm.
especially if you're in Kenya and you are either in Meru, Murang'a, Nairobi.
We deliver everywhere.
They deliver countrywide. So you have an occasion, you have a wedding occasion, you have a birthday party, call her
Yes.
number. I will actually share her number below
Mhm.
so that you can always reach out to her for orders.
Yes,
And
yes.
if do you offer classes?
Yes, we do.
Yeah.
Offering classes,
Online or
physical classes.
physical
Yes,
classes?
come learn how to bake, come how to decorate
Mm-hmm.
such perfect cakes.
Mm.
Yes. So we let it sit again,
Mm-hmm.
then we'll finalize and you'll see the last, how the final outcome will be.
Okay.
So
Yeah.
now we are going to make white chocolate ganache.
Okay.
There are cakes I'm sure you've seen cakes that have drips of different colors. The drips are blue, zingine are red, those different colors. So that is called white chocolate ganache. And we make it by using white chocolate,
Okay.
Dairyland white compound chocolate, and cream.
Mm.
So ratio tunatumianga is 1:2.
One is true.
A ratio of 1 cream and 2 chocolate.
Okay.
So because this one we don't need a lot, we'll just do 20.
And now.
20 grams.
Mm-hmm.
So that's enough. Then you do 40 grams of white chocolate.
Mm-hmm.
So that's enough.
Okay.
So this one I'm going to melt. Then I'll show you how we normally color.
Okay.
So the chocolate has melted pamoja na cream. So I'm just going to add a little here ya kuongeza color. That is enough. So we do color blue. Just a little bit. A drop. Kama hii hata imetosha.
Okay.
You see it changes color fast. So depending na shade unataka, you can add more color. You can make it lighter. This way.
Oh,
Yes.
okay.
Yeah.
And let me ask you, can we use the same drip to do the name the, like when the cake is supposed to be named? Can we use this drip?
Writing on the cake.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. So
I'm going to put drips on this cake.
okay.
Nimetoka tu kwa fridge. So
How did I focus on?
Well.
Kuna takuwa. Tenda kufocus hiyo. Punguza.
Sawa.
So let's go. Endelee. So we're now adding the threads, and
What we are using is called white chocolate ganache.
oh Jesus,
Yes.
okay.
So we used whipped cream and white chocolate
White chocolate
and whipping cream.
and whipping cream.
Yes. Some cake.
Perfectly done.
The tip is always do it on a cold cake.
Oh,
So I had put mine in the freezer
okay.
about those 15-20 minutes. So it's going to help your drips not go all the way down.
Oh,
Yeah. Because I like
Because it's
using
cold.
it, yeah, a bit, because I use this especially for the white chocolate. I use it well a bit warm, as compared to the dark one.
Oh,
You know, the cake.
okay.
Yes. We like using dark chocolate.
Okay.
It's melted. Then you put in a piping bag. But it's just dark chocolate that is melted. So we are going to write on the cake.
Okay. I know for most of us who have not tried baking, especially for commercial, they know how hard it is to come up with this idea of writing on the cake. And now, at least through Dine with Joki Dongo's channel,
Yes.
you have had the opportunity to learn how you can professionally do it
Yes.
into the best or
Yes,
in perfection.
Yeah.
So I'm still insisting of ensuring that this materializes to business. You must reciprocate her kindness and generosity of knowledge
Yes.
with the business. Eh?
Yes. Yes.
Yeah, let's keep that one.
Done.
Oh, okay.
So we'll just do the final touches.
Okay.
The cake. We have gold coins here.
Mm.
And we have some Oreos.
Okay.
So we'll just do some simple toppings on the cake.
Okay.
Ndio uzuri ni kuweka tu so unapita. It's just gold coated chocolate.
Okay.
There we have our final product.
Yeah. And because I've taken you through this, all steps, now I know you're going to appreciate the value and the work that is normally put in when one is preparing the cake. And the reason why, because we have not even discussed about the amount of money that she puts in the cost of production, but you can see the amount of work that she normally do, the amount of creativity, the amount of resilience, because sometimes you'll bake a cake and then maybe it breaks down. You have to repeat the whole process, and finally you have to deliver the best product or the best service to your clients. So let's appreciate these guys. They do a lot of work, and tusikuwe tuna bargain sana. Bargain sana because they normally do a lot of work.
Yes.
Yeah, and this comes to the end of this video, and I appreciate so much for your support and watching till the end. To my returning subscribers, thank you so much, and to my new subscribers, karibuni sana, and I hope by the end of this video I'm going to earn your subscription. Thank you so much.